What is going on, guys? It's your boy AAron2420 bringing you guys our next P4G Minors game. This is week 3 of the P4G Minors. We're up against GeneralTarheel, coach of the something Charizards. Again, I forgot the team name. I probably should have looked it up in between takes, but it's fine. It's fine. I know he still loves me. So we're here with our week 3 game. I know it's late. I mentioned it in the update video. You can check that out, or on my Twitter. You can go follow me there. Links in the description. I'd like to thank the front office for all the hard work they put in this team, and I would like to also apologize to my front office for the horrible job I did in this game. That's why there's no team building, because the team literally didn't matter, and you'll see why. You'll understand why. I could have picked random mons with how the game went. But yeah, so the mons that matter, I guess, are the mons of my opponent. He brought a Kieran Black, a little Persian, a Blastoise, a Mega Diancie, a Nidoqueen, and an Entei. Very solid prep on my opponent's part. I think he brought literally everything he needed to. I would not have changed a thing, to be honest. I think it's actually exactly what I forget who mocked me. I think it might have been Xiaomi. Yeah, Xiaomi mocked me this game, and I think it's literally what he brought. Besides maybe not a Monotone, I'm pretty sure if anything he just changed out a little Persian for something. Well, he brought a little. He didn't bring a little Persian, I think. He might have. I think he might have. But he definitely brought the other 5. I remember that. So, you know, I feel pretty confident in this match with my Aegislash. I feel like it has a decent matchup. I thought it did, especially with my moveset. Between Aegislash and Manaphy, I wrecked his team. So, you know, I felt pretty confident in that. Let's see how that goes in the game, though. So, my game plan here is to lead off with Donphan. I figured the only mon that forced it out was a Kieran Black. And obviously, if he leads Kieran Black, I can just hard swap right into my Aegislash, because my Aegislash is going to take any hit from Kieran Black. Even in Earth Power, it's actually 3 KO. So, of course, he leads off with Kieran Black of his own. I lead off with my Donphan. And I figured right here, I'm just going to hard swap an Aegislash. No matter what he does, it is a 3-hit KO. So I take the hit, set up a Swords Dance, and kill it off. Simple as that. So I switch to my Aegislash, of course. And turn 1, me saying turn 1 is probably not a sign of a good thing, because it isn't. Turn 1, he goes for Ice Beam. You know, I knew I would tank this hit. He did a little more than I expected, and he also gave me a little more than I expected, giving me the turn 1 freeze. Now, you know those words are never a good thing, especially when it's turn 1. I also would like to take a moment here to say, 1, I just tried to unthaw myself, because literally is my only play. My other switch-ins to Kieran Black are not great switch-ins, because they always die from something on Kieran Black's moveset. They're more so, I have answers, just this is my only switch-in. And I also like to take a moment to point out my opponent was very nice here, actually. He was actually much more generous than I would have been in his case. He offered, actually, if I wanted to restart. I told him no, thank you. I want to just continue the game, because obviously, you know, if you watch my other games, I got really lucky versus Blue. I figured this is karma, and I hope that by not restarting the game, my luck would be better for my other games. That's not true. I found out later on, but we'll get into that when those later games come. So I bring in Manaphy after stacking the Aegislash, of course, to freeze. And I go for Tail Glow, because I know I have a Wakam Berry. I figured I'd beat this thing 1v1. With my spread, I believe I thought this was probably a faster Kira from damage rolls. I didn't think it was like a modest or anything. I sadly am mistaken, because he is actually a very bulky Kira. He's probably just a plus attack nature or something. Not only that, but I got my Fusion Bolt calc wrong, actually. I did the math wrong in my head. This is why I really wish I did the math on damage calcs. But I did the math wrong, and I got the damage roll down. I thought it was going to do about 120. It did about enough to kill. So I stacked my Manaphy there, trying to kill the Kieran. Not only that, but he took Dazzling Gleam much better than he should have. It should have been like a 50% roll to kill him. He took that really well, so he's probably really bulky. I bring in my Buzzwole and just go for Drain Punch. It's really my only play at this point, and I know at this point there is no point I can win. My opponent would literally have to sack mons, like just sack everything. There is no way I can win this game. So I figured I'd just play it out. You know, try and switch into the Florges, because I know I can actually take a hit from this thing and get a Psychic, and you know, maybe if I crit I can kill the Nidoqueen and then have a Buzzwole sweep later on, because there still is the chance, even though it's unlikely with turn 1 freeze luck. But you know, I'm hoping that my luck can bounce back and I can just crit this Nidoqueen, because if I crit the Nidoqueen I kill it. So I know that I outspeed it, I know that I live a hit from it, and he takes the hit very well. So I thought he was going to be Fizz Def Nidoqueen as an answer for Aegislash, He was probably Spadef Nidoqueen actually, so he took it much better than I thought he would. I figure the Psychic here though should still just barely kill. If not, then maybe he lives on a roll. So I figured I might as well just click Psychic again, because there's literally nothing I can do at this point. He instead goes into his Entei, and sadly does not sack Nidoqueen, and I go for Psychic. Now, I figure at this point this is just him preserving a 6-0. I don't blame him. I would have done the same. And I literally did not have any switches to Entei at this point, because I have a Donphan, and while Donphan switched in, it just baits in the Kyurem, and I don't really do much. I figured I'm going to try it anyway, because hopefully he goes for Flare Blitz instead of like Sacred Fire and just takes a ton of recoil damage. He goes for Sacred Fire instead. And of course, you know, we don't actually live another. It seems like, well, we might live another. It's like a roll, I feel like. I'm guessing that's a roll. He's not risking it regardless, and he's going into Lion Turtle the Blastoise. I get up Rocks at least to punish the Entei and make it so that it can't really come in twice more. It can only come in once more. So, you know, and that's a little nice on our end. It also pressures Kyurem a little bit better. And he is in a Blastoise though. Now, again, my switch into this thing are not great because Flurge should be a sack, Donphan would be a sack, and it doesn't come back on an Entei again. Buzzwole would take way too much from Scald because it has like no Spadef this week, as I needed a lot of speed into my Buzzwole. And I forget what is fourth mono. Oh yeah, Incineroar. Incineroar wasn't coming in either. So I sacked Flurge at this point, because again, you know, at this point I figured I cannot break the Blastoise with Buzzwole, and my Incineroar spread does not do anything to this. I figured I might as well just go into Buzzwole first, because it's at least a somewhat smarter option than going into Incineroar. So I go for Leech Life. I figured this was sort of a neutral play. I at least get to recover if I'm locked into it versus him. And he goes for Scald, you know, very smart play. I actually take it a lot better than I thought I would have. Not gonna lie. I probably should have calced it in hindsight, but you know, as I said, Donphan wasn't really doing much anyway at this point in the game. So he actually goes sacks his Kyurem here. He didn't really need to sack his Kyurem. He was more so just playing it safe. He didn't think I was choiced at this point in the game. And he figured that just in case he was just gonna sack Kyurem. Had he went into Nidoqueen here, he would have 100% won the game at this point, because I could not have touched Nidoqueen, and I wouldn't have exactly switched an Incineroar on it. And even if I did switch an Incineroar on it, then in sacked Incineroar, I brought him Buzzwole, locked myself in an Earthquake, and he was freely able to bring in Blastoise and win. So as I said, he could have gotten the 6-0. Luckily, he did not, because that's better for our differential. So at this point, though, I figured I might as well try and just see if I could possibly bounce back and buy like a ton of crits, because if I get a lot of crits, I can potentially win this game, assuming he does not go for Rock Polish on his dancing and he just kills me off. So right here, he Mega Evolves, of course. Beautiful, beautiful Dancey. Surprised it's shiny. I didn't think they actually let the thing be shiny. I thought, point is, anyway, I gotta stop getting distracted by the shiny Dancey because it's very, very beautiful. He actually goes for Diamond Storm here. He does not end up hitting, which is very, very sad for him. He went for, of course, you know, Rock Polish turn before, and you know, had he hit that, he would have killed me off. Probably just won the game at this point. He hits this one though, so again, it doesn't really matter because he just Moonblasts my Buzzwole anyway, and again, just wins the game. Gets a defense boost, plus 2 defense boosts actually, which I believe is like slightly less than a 1 boost to Diamond Storm. Fairly certain you can get both. If not, then I'm just not caught up in Diamond Storm mechanics. I know last gen at least it was +1 only. But yeah, he just kills me off here though. He gets the defense boost to rub Salt and Wound, I guess. Doesn't matter at all. And of course the Moonblast just kills. So, as I said, my team really didn't matter because of one, my stupid calcing. I calced horribly with that Manaphy, as I said. And also, of course, the Aegis/Freeze. I'm sorry if I sound salty. Partially I am, of course, because, you know, when you lose your win con like that, it's hard not to be. But at the same time, I mean, it's still, at least my opponent played well. It's not like he made any misplays. It's not like he choked at any point in the game. He played phenomenally. So of course, you know, shoutouts to my opponent for playing well. And yeah, that's gonna be it though. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like down below, and I will see you guys next week. Peace out.